Welcome. Everyone, thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, they come in off a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Now, here's Holmgren. Rebounded by Jackson. Jalen Duren has certainly forced him in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god, Mr.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
They set the pick to the middle, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Cunningham looking around. Shot clock at 6. Thompson misses. SGA with the ball. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Sorber.
Just a textbook screen and roll right there, capped off by Gilgeous-Alexander and the brilliant feed.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Sorber.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
It's Cunningham with the drive. Back to Thompson. That's tipped. Outside, Dort. Shoots the three. That one doesn't go. Pistons trailed by 4. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last. And still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Pass to Holmgren. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Chet Holmgren checked some boxes. He said if you can play defense and shoot the ball, you can pretty much play on any court, anywhere. Those are two things that are always needed on the basketball court, and that's where the foundation of my game started. Back to you, Kevin.
A unique talent. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. And Oklahoma City making a change here. And it's Green with the jam.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Now, here's SGA. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. The Pistons trailing. Now Cunningham. Still yet to score. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 1:03 left in the first quarter. SGA feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sorber. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Over Christie. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Pass to Harris. Detroit, no good that time either. Outside, SGA. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Thunder out in front. They lead by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Oklahoma City?
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
Thompson. Defensive tone setter, that's Ausar Thompson. He shadows his man with relentless determination, but his game right before his, Tim, don't you think, is expanding in every way?
Oh, he's got immeasurable impact defensively, blocks, steals, deflections, always a disruptor. He's still a little bit foul prone, but I think as he starts to get a reputation in this league as an elite defender, he is going to be scary.
Ball stolen. Now Detroit moving it up. Pass to Stewart. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Williams. That one a little long. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. There's Green with the 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Williams double team. Pass to Wallace. Here's Caruso. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And it's Williams finishing it off.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
On the wing, Mitchell. Still scoreless. Banked in off the glass. And now a 5-point Thunder lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Out to Wallace. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Back to Williams. Stolen by Thompson. Moving it up. Here's Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
One thing I really like about Ausar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player, and also they've become a great defensive team.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Thunder making a change here. So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 3. The score now all even.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to SGA. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outside for Robinson. Cunningham outside. 6 to shoot. Shot from the top of the key.
Wow, that is just great defense right there by Williams. He is so good at altering shots with his length and activity.
Wallace right side. Pass to Hartenstein. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Down low. And that one is good from Hartenstein. And the Thunder lead by 2.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved. But we're not finished yet. Back to you guys.
On the right. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Inside. Robinson misses. The Thunder lead by 5.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out. Well, despite this lead, he hasn't found the sweet spot yet. It's been mostly sour, actually.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 5.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thunder lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Hey, Tim, what are some of the keys to sticking around for role players fighting to remain at the NBA level?
Well, if you are a role player in this league, you need to understand. You need to work at everything, but be exceptional at something. And I think that's the key. Growing up, all of these guys were stars. Now you've got to fit in and understand on a given night what your role is.
And your thing, your sensational aspect was your three-point shooting.
You've got to do it better than anybody else, Kevin. It's got to be at an elite level because there are guys out there waiting to take your job.
And you were elite.
Thanks for joining us here at 2K Sports for today's game. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. You take a look at the Pistons. Pass to Dort, and he buries his first look. And Grant, this should be a high-flying affair tonight. Both of these teams love to showcase their athleticism.
And these are the games I love working, B.A. I want to see some dunk contest-style slams here tonight. And, of course, these fans can't wait either to see these teams get after it in this one.
So it's Oklahoma City now, following the three-pointer by Detroit.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
Now here's Thompson. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. And there's the drive. And here's Cunningham outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Love that shot by Cunningham. He's developing more confidence in his three-point stroke.
Back to Holmgren. Detroit with a rebound.
Defense did just enough to force that miss. I really expected him to get two there.
Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. We talked about Jalen Williams and what he wanted to see from his team defensively against him. He told me we just have to be aware of where he is at all times. The second you lose sight of him, that's when he'll torch you. We all got to be on the same page. It seems like Williams will be a central focus for them tonight. Back over to you.
And Allie, thanks. And so he makes both from the line. And last season, the Pistons became the first team ever to triple their win total from the previous campaign.
Yeah, going from the worst record in the association in 2024 to a playoff team in 2025. And now they look to just keep on rising.
Pass to Holmgren. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ausar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. Holmgren, left side. Here's Sorber. Uses the glass on the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Now here's Christie. He's averaging almost 5 points a game.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Back to Holmgren. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. And it's a tie ball game.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Here's Thompson. Cunningham looking around. Pass to Thompson. Sorber with the rebound. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's Holmgren missing.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
Now here's Williams. No made baskets yet. Over to the left wing. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Thompson, no good. So it's Oklahoma City now. Here's Dort. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Oklahoma City making a switch here. 59 seconds left in the first. Jackson outside to halt the run. Takes it inside, and he lays it in.
The big man moves. Jackson Jr. with the nice conversion off the drive.
Outside, SGA. Holmgren outside. To the inside, Hartenstein. Back to Holmgren. Shot clock at 4. Pass to Hartenstein. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Well, that is just a whole lot of want-to. Hartenstein is honestly never going to give up on a play, no matter how much resistance he's facing.
Now Christie fires from deep. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. Some solid defense from Stewart. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Detroit on top. Up. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, B.A. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Back to Cunningham. Oh, the range of Cunningham.
And that is a smooth release off the catch. Cunningham with great touch.
The kick out to Williams. Misses the 3.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him. Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Christie with some nice D.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, a little exclamation point. So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. Thunder trail by 8. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused the beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back to you, Brian.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. It's stolen by McCain. Hartenstein with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Shot to stop the run. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Nice to see Hartenstein assert himself offensively.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Tim, offensive efficiency has soared in recent seasons. So what has that done to the defensive landscape?
Well, offenses now are always hunting for the weakest link. So individually, even if you can guard your own position, you may end up in a difficult switch where you are at a disadvantage.
Pass to Hartenstein. Down low. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Here's Wallace. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Yeah, he found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim, goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
And there's the screen. Outside Robinson. Ball stolen. Back to Wallace. Nice D from Thompson.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Jackson. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Now McCain, hounded by Harris. Pass to Hartenstein. Shoots over Jackson. Hartenstein, no good.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And it's good. 2 points. And it's a 9-point Detroit lead.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. So both teams changing it up here. Thunder trail by 9. Outside, Williams. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the 3 ball.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, using his size. Look at Cunningham.
Cunningham showing you some of that athleticism.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Cunningham outside. Jackson outside. The 3 ball. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Detroit on top, leading by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. There's Cunningham with a 3. Sorber with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, at his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Cunningham steps on the gas. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. Detroit shooting their first free throw of the evening. Tim, you've been vocal in your praise for Cade Cunningham, and rightfully so.
Well, B.A., on any given night, Cade can be the best player on the floor. He scores, he makes plays, he rebounds, and he processes things quickly. He always seems to be under control.
Sorber with a bucket. Sorber's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assists.
Jackson outside. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. And the Pistons lead by 8.
And we use the term stretch 4 to describe Jackson Jr., a big man who can hurt you from deep. Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Cunningham drives in. Slicing through. Cunningham.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
Pass to SGA. Out to the right wing. Here's Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Doubled by Jackson. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And the Thunder making a change here.
Now to the lineup for the Thunder.
The Pistons lead by 8.
Alex Russo.
Cunningham, right side. Kicks it out to Jackson. Harris outside. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And it's Cunningham missing.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sorber. Shoots over Jackson. Sorber, no good.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost him that time.
Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Thunder trailed by 10. 1:49 left to play in the third. From deep, SGA. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said, we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it, and if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you guys.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie.
And that's what separates Shea from other guards. He can absorb the contact inside and still finish.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Pass to Williams. There's a screen. Outside for SGA. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. And Detroit making a change here. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Thompson outside. Stewart, left side. Outside Robinson. On target from range. Robinson's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The three. Up again. Williams. And another shot. Can't capitalize inside. And it's Thompson penetrating. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Detroit, leading by 17 at the end of the period.
46. The Thunder. 29.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. When we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Thunder trail by 17. Williams looking around. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. Here's Schwarber. Defended by Jackson. Schwarber, no good. The Pistons on offense. Here's Harris. Schwarber with a rebound. Now Hartenstein. Pass to Holmgren. Puts up a three. Fires in the triple.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Cunningham with the ball. Guarded now by Williams. Drains the triple. And the Pistons lead by 17.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Holmgren. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Jalen Williams.
Well, the combination of size and skill make Cunningham tough to defend.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
And again, no good by Detroit.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
They set the pick. Williams. Another chance. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Here's Christie. Cleared away by Hartenstein. Thunder trail by 15. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Cunningham knocks down the trifecta.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
2 minutes remaining.
And stolen by Hartenstein. Banks it home. Big shot.
Yeah, if you've got a 7-footer like Hartenstein with that kind of touch, just get him the ball in the paint and let him go to work.
Cunningham fires. Oh, off target from downtown. Williams with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Outside Hartenstein. Holmgren. There's Holmgren on the slam.
Holmgren, a lot of want-to there to create the extra possession.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
Now Cunningham. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead. And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Pistons.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the Arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where he just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
And the Thunder call time here. They're behind by 18. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
I can't wait to see what they draw up here and who they decide to go to.
They set a pick. Book it! Straight in!
Defensive foul, Asar Thompson.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Thompson attacking. Oh, the stuff!
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
With the drive. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. It's Sunday night. Thanks for being with us here. We've got the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson. And we'll have Allie LaForce reporting for us.
Yeah, this is the second and final time these teams will meet. So if they want a different outcome, they'll have to bring that extra intensity.
Yeah, no team wants to be swept in a season series, even if it's just 2 games. Maybe they put a little extra film work into this one.
When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front court to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see. The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Up top, Thompson. Back to Maxey. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing. Here's Gobert. Thompson outside. Fires from deep. And it's Harris with the rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Thompson scanning the floor. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. I brought up Tyrese Maxey and I asked him what makes him so hard to guard. He said, quote, to put things simply, his speed and his decision-making. He's one of the fastest guys in the game and also picks smart shots to take. That combination is lethal. We'll see how his defense fares against Maxey tonight. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. They trail by 1. And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second-chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
And it's Detroit with the ball. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Jackson gets the bucket.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
And Maxey, here we go. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Pass to Harris. Back to Thompson. To the inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
And here's Brooks. Pounded by Harris. Back to Brooks. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Pass to Thompson. Shot is up. Here's Christie. Three-pointer, no good. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Here's Maxey, defended by Christie. Back to Gobert. And stolen by Cunningham. Here's Christie. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
To the middle. Gobert, that's good. Gobert's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and Gobert's teammates encourage him to seek out his offense, especially when he's this deep.
It's Cunningham with a drive.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Back to Maxey. Back to Gobert. The rebound by Detroit. And that does it for the first quarter. Pistons ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
First free throw is good. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Brian, back to you.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. The rebound by Detroit.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Now Christie. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. They swipe it. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And here's Shepherd for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, this is Shepherd's shot. The defense can't afford to give him this much separation.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Out to Harris. Detroit moving the ball around. Back to Christie. Pass to Harris. Detroit needs to get off a shot. There's Cunningham with a 3. He drops it from range. Cunningham's got 5.
Love that shot by Cunningham. He's developing more confidence in his three-point stroke.
Detroit leading by 6. Cade on the drive. Here's Jackson. Can't get it to fall. Here's Walsh. No made baskets yet. Here's Thompson. Out to the right wing. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Oh, that's a great block. Jackson protecting the house.
Jackson the screen. Harris outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Well, Tim, you talk about an NBA physique. Jalen Duren is absolutely shredded.
Yeah, and he defies gravity too, B.A. What I like is he understands his game. He doesn't get outside of himself. He focuses on running the floor and then getting eye level with the rim.
Down low. Here's Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. He's got 9.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Here's Thompson. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. And Detroit making a change here.
Substitution on the floor.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. 5 to shoot. To the paint. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution for your Pistons.
The Pistons lead by 8. Here's Jenkins. Inside. Here's Thompson. Chalk up 2 there. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Pass to Shannon. Here's Shepard. 4-3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Thompson. And rejected. Out to the right wing. Back to Thompson. Pass to Bona. Robinson with a steal. And now the Pistons in transition. Here's Holland. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here's Shannon. 3-pointer. Not going to go that time. Robinson finds some space. And so it's the Detroit Pistons with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, BA, the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. But Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV?
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
Here's Jenkins. And he slams it in one-handed.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
Now here's Maxey. Still no points. 6 on the shot clock. He takes it in. Here's Gobert. Denied. Detroit leading by 12. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Jenkins to the paint. Back to Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. Brooks from outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Brooks has got 5.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Timberwolves trail by 9. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020, but he's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Back to you, BA.
The drive for greatness. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Now here's Thompson. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Can't cash it in from close range. Maxey feeling it out a bit. Second chance shot. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Pistons lead by 7. Green, a screen. Cunningham with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Here's Tatum. Goes back up. Picked by Gobert. Crafty move. 5 on the clock. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Pass to Harris. 1:49 left in the third quarter. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
And here's Cunningham outside. Stretching out the D. Cunningham.
What range. Cade Cunningham opening it up.
To the inside. Maxey. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
Yeah, the moment the fast break starts, Brooks is out in transition, and that hustle gives him the edge.
Jackson, the screen. It's Cunningham with a drive. And that one's good. Jackson for three. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams will make substitutions. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Thompson with a screen. Pass to Bona. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. The Pistons lead by 9. Cunningham drives in. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter here. There's the triple. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Detroit with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back with you shortly. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Shepard. Pass to Thompson. Here's Shannon. Clock at 6. To the middle. And stolen by Jackson. Here's Harris. Here's Christie. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. And the Pistons lead by 12. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Well, it can be intimidating when you can't find any daylight, and that's been the case here. Disruptive defensively, blocking shots, altering shots, a real factor.
Now here's Harris. For three. Offensive rebound. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul. And Chris Finch has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He wants his team to be careful with the ball. He's not happy with the amount of turnovers they've coughed up so far. He believes if they focus on being more patient on offense, that will help cut down on the giveaways. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Maxey. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
You never want to foul Tatum in the act. Jason is just one of the best foul shooters in the NBA.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. Do you appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Now here's Thompson. Now Jackson. Thompson outside. Outside Cunningham. Shoots it. Great awareness to beat the clock.
Yeah, the clock was winding down, but Cunningham kept his composure.
Thompson outside. Here's a pass to Tatum. That misses. The Pistons lead by 15. Cunningham with the ball. Now Thompson. Oh my goodness! Wow!
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, you have to love the execution, and you have to look.
Whoa! Oh my goodness!
Flying high, Ausar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Maxey attacking. And here is Thompson. Outside Tatum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's Detroit. They're on an 11-1 run. And he lobs it up. Stolen by Thompson.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Pistons.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Cade Cunningham.
Really impressive what he did tonight. Total control of the offense, dropping dimes. They're going to look for him to lead the way again tonight.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Gobert, no good. And here's Detroit. They're on a 15-1 run. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Thompson outside. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Over Christie. Offline. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate